Dear students, in the last topic we learnt distance, displacement, speed and velocity. Now we are going to see how to draw a graph between distance versus time. Why we need to draw a graph between distance versus time. Describing a journey made by an object is a very boring if you just use words. Example, if I say an object cover 100 kilometer in 2 hours, how many minutes it takes to complete 50 kilometer? How to find answer for this question? For plotting graph between distance and time, we can calculate the answer for this question very easily. So plotting distance against time can tell you a lot about your journey. For plotting a graph, you have to take a graph sheet and draw a x-axis and y-axis. Time always runs horizontally through x-axis and the arrow shows the direction of the time. Look at this diagram. Here the time is represented along the x-axis. The distance runs vertically through the y-axis. See here, the distance is represented in the y-axis. If something is not moving, a horizontal line is drawn on a distance time graph. Time is increasing to the right, but its distance does not change. This graph shows an object that is stationary. Look here. Here I drawn the horizontal line. This horizontal line represents the time is increasing but the distance of the object is same. Example, if you take any object, the position of the object at 8 o'clock is the same place, 9 o'clock also same place, 10 o'clock also same place. Here the time is increasing but the position of the object does not change. So for such reading, if you plot a graph means you will get the horizontal line. From this horizontal line, we can say that the object is stationary. Are you understand? When you plot a graph, you have to reading time and distance. Here time 9 o'clock, the distance is maybe is a 10 meter. 10 o'clock also it is a 10 meter. 11 o'clock also it is a 10 meter. So the position of the object does not change with respect to the time. From this we can say that the object is at rest. If something is moving at a steady speed, it means we expect the same increase in distance in given time. Time is increasing to the right and the distance is increasing steadily with time. Look at this graph. When you plot graph between distance and time, you will get for this straight line. This straight line represents that if you take time and distance reading, time and distance. In a 10 o'clock, it covers 20 kilometer. In 11 o'clock, it cover 40 kilometer. 12 o'clock, it cover 60 kilometer. And look at this reading. In the first and second reading, the first reading is the distance is 20 kilometer. The second, it covers 40 kilometer. So the distance, the distance between the first and second one is 20. The same as if you calculate for second and third means, the second it covers 40 kilometer, third it covers 60 kilometer. So the difference is 20 kilometer. If you take a time for the first reading and the second reading, the starting time is at 10 o'clock, the second time is 11 o'clock. So the time interval is 1 hour. From this we can say that the object cover equal distance in equal interval of time. When the object covers equal distance and equal interval of time, we can get straight line in the graph. This straight line represents that the object is moving at a constant speed. So this graph shows then an object that moves at a steady constant speed. And look at this graph. Both the lines below shows that each object moved the same distance, but the steeper yellow line got there before the other one. What does this indicate? Here I drawn the two line, one is a yellow line and also blue line. In a both the line, we know that the object move at constant speed. If you take a yellow line, so calculate speed for the yellow line. That draw a perpendicular line to the x-axis and y-axis. 0 minus 30, the distance is 30. And the time 0 minus 10, the time is 10 seconds. You know the formula speed equal to distance by time. Here the distance is 30 and time is 10. So 30 by 10, if you divide 30 by 10, we can get 3 meter per second. If you take for the blue line, draw a perpendicular line to x-axis and also y-axis. The time interval is 0 to 20, so 20 seconds. The distance is 0 to 20, so the distance also 20. So I can written the distance 20 meter per the time 20 second. If I divide 20 by 20, I got 1 meter per second. So in a yellow line represent the speed of the object is more, that means high. In a blue line, the speed of the object is slow comparing to the yellow line. So when the two lines we get in this graph, the upper line represent higher speed of an object, the lower line represent slower speed of the object. And look here, the line below is curving upward. This shows increase in speed since the slope is getting steeper over a time. So when we get the line in the curved form, this represents that the distance is increasing with respect to the time. And look at this graph. There are three parts to the journey shown here. Where is a graph showing motion that is stopped, moving at a quick constant speed, traveling at a slow constant speed. Here I shown the three type of line. One is this and another one is this. The third one is this. Three type of lines are shown here. So you have to say where the object is stopped and where the object is moving at a constant speed and where the object is traveling at a slow constant speed. This is a homework for you. You have to do it. And look at this graph. And this graph shows several stages of motion. In a stage 1, 100 meter in 10 seconds. How? You have to draw a perpendicular line. So it covers 0 minus 100, 100 meter. It covers the distance 100 meter. The time is 0 minus 10, 10. So it covers 100 meter in 10 seconds. In stage 2, if you draw a perpendicular line, this is a perpendicular line. (150 minus 100), the distance is 50 meter. The time is 20 minus 10, the time is 10 seconds. It covers 50 meter in 10 seconds. The third one, draw a perpendicular line. 0 minus 150, it covers 150 meter. The time is 40 minus 20, the time is 20 seconds. That means 150 meter, it covers 150 meter in 20 seconds. So you have to calculate the speed of each stage indicated by the colors. You know the formula of the speed equal to distance by time. In stage 1, we know that the distance equal to 100 meter in 10 seconds. So here I substituted the distance 100 meter per 10 seconds. If I divide 100 by 10, I got 10 meter per second. In the second stage, the distance is 50 meter and the time is 10 seconds. Already we know that here in a stage 2, the distance is 50 meter in 10 seconds. So here I substituted the distance is 50 meter per 10 seconds. If I divide, I got 5 meter per second. In a stage 3, we know that 50 meter in 20 seconds. So speed equal to distance by time, 150 meter per 20 seconds. I got 7.5 meter per second. So from the value of the speed in a stage 1 and stage 2 and stage 3, compare it. In a stage 1, we got 10 meter in second. Within 1 second, the object cover 10 meter. In a stage 2, the object cover 5 meter in second. In a 1 second, it covers 5 meter. In a third stage, 7.5 meter per second. The object covers 7.5 meter in 1 second. So from this we can say that in a stage 1, the object is moved at high speed. In a stage 2, the object is moved at slow speed. In a stage 3, the object is moved at medium speed. So the slope of the line indicates a rate of change of position. And also from this line we can calculate the speed. From the speed we can define the object is moving faster or slower or medium. Dear students, I hope you understood. When you plot a graph between distance and time, we can calculate the speed. From this speed we can say that whether the object is moving fast or slow. Thank you for watching.